Dying Light is terrifying. It feels like every 10 seconds something's right behind you about to catch you. Parkour allows us to get away from most of these enemies with ease. So what if we couldn't use parkour? This seemingly simple challenge has already proven to be way harder than I had ever imagined. The amount of volatiles that were breathing down my neck in the first night mission was deafening, and I couldn't even jump away. Now there are obviously some levels that require the player to use parkour, and indeed, parkour has a few different definitions, some stricter than others, so we're going to need to set the following few rules to define this challenge. If we can, we have to stay on the ground. This means no using rooftops to avoid enemies. No grappling hook or developer weapons. No agility skills. Whilst I will level it up when forced to use parkour, I can't spend any of the skill points, effectively making it redundant for this challenge. If absolutely required to use parkour to proceed, then I must find the least demanding route. Oh, and of course, the whole thing will be a nightmare mode. This means that if you think any part was unreasonable, and there was an alternate, viable route that could have been taken, then say it in the comments below, and if enough people agree, I'll have to redo that part. I'll be honest, I have no idea if this will be possible. I'm going to have to come up with some pretty wild strategies for some of the later missions. But here we go. Can you beat Dying Light without parkour? So for the rare few who don't know the story or simply weren't paying attention, we're a mercenary who's been hired by the GRE to look for this guy. That's right, we accepted money to go into a known zombie-infested city. In other words, we're a pretty average guy. The issue is, they chose us to
save mankind from a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
And you can tell they picked the wrong person immediately because we spend more time staring at the scenery than looking where we're landing. I mean, sure, it's picturesque, but if you knew you were about to drop into a city overrun by zombies, would you really spend all this time admiring the scenery? Or would you be focused on landing in a safe place? And it's not like there aren't plenty of places to land. Instead, we take one more look around before realising this isn't a great place to land. We proceed to get the shit beaten out of us by bandits who probably believed from our sightseeing that we were a billionaire on a new thrill experience. We're then immediately bitten by the first zombie we see. Money well spent, GRE. Fortunately, we're saved by 2 people and taken to safety. But not before one of our saviours gets eaten alive in front of his girlfriend. Totally didn't say sister first time. And we black out from a tough first minute of Haran. Surely it can't get any worse than this. We wake to kids screaming, an angry man scolding us, and the boss demanding an audience.
Boss.
Turns out things aren't great here either, and currently someone is trapped on the 13th floor, but we're not given any further details.
You little shit.
What we do know, though, is none of them seem to be doing anything about it. So we decide to take matters into our own hands and head down. Trapped person or not, we have to make sure our priorities are straight. So after a quick call to the GRE to let them know we're alive and ensure their check cleared,
I lost my radio for a while. Don't worry.
time to help out. Now, I'll be honest, at this point, I was scared. I mean, what could be down here on the 13th floor that all these armed guards, scouts, and even bomb-crazy Raheem were too scared to deal with? And that's when I saw it. Someone was pounding on an occupied bathroom door. I mean, you have no respect for privacy. So I did what anyone would do in that situation. I decapitated him with a blunt instrument. Turned out that he was this guy's brother, which made me even more concerned as to why he was trying to break in. It may have something to do with the seemingly glowing bathwater. Anyway, he'd gotten injured trying to get away, and I knew that if I could really quickly patch up his arm, everyone would forgive me for scaring the kids. Aware of his critical condition, I ran around looting everything I came across. All whilst looking for a suitable bandage, of course. Unfortunately, the bandage was just a single sheet of toilet paper. But at least my choice seemed to impress one of the Bogdanov twins. We returned to a shocked Raheem to let him know that we just saved the tower from that Avengers level threat.
Piece of cake. What else you got for me?
Turns out he has our first real challenge for the run, an obstacle course. Unfortunately, this is one where Rule 4 applies. As for most of it, there's no way to avoid parkour. But we do still need to find the easiest route.
Jesus Christ!
I run a lap around the building, looking for the easiest ascent. In the end, I settle for this single jump. I then have to cross this crane. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but it just came to me. How did Rahim get to the cockpit when there's clearly no other way across? I mean, he operated it just a second ago, and it wasn't connecting the two towers. That means he either went next door and climbed up to the roof, or the crane was already here, and he just moved it away so he could move it back to show off once we arrived. Also, did you know that you could climb to the top of the crane, get this collectible, and then make this massive jump? That's not for this run, though. Anyway, we jump onto these bags of nice, soft household waste.
Holy shit!
We then need to get up here, so I take the shortest jump. I could have dropped down and climbed up the other side, but I figured I'd probably try to make this jump in real life and grab a bar if I needed it, as opposed to trying to pull myself all the way up. So I jumped it.
Not bad for a noob.
This seemed the best spot to jump up, as you could use your foot on the girder below to push, and then I like to imagine Crane having to crouch and just hop along here. I looked around, but couldn't seem to find an alternate route here. So I had to follow the signpost course, albeit without much grace.
That's my favorite. Okay, time for the real test.
And finally here, I had to do the same thing. As there wasn't any easy way to get up except shimmying along, and no way to get across the gap without jumping.
Okay, that's enough.
After a few unavoidable jump ups to get back onto the crane, we're sorted.
Crane?
At least that was until we have a seizure 40 stories up,
Something went wrong.
and through what can only be described as divine intervention, we didn't fall off. After making it across, I dropped down at the same place I found earlier. For these, I like to imagine Crane first sitting and then just hopping down.
Raheem, what the fuck was that?
Swearing doesn't make you cool.
We're told that we need to get a shot of Antizin from Dr. Zera to avoid turning, and he's located outside the tower. Means we're going to need to visit the lovely quartermaster to get equipped.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you've survived a few days, but here, this is for you.
Now we're ready to finally step foot outside into wonderful Haran, where we quickly learn two things. Firstly, flaming cars aren't just an obstacle for zombies, since we can't climb to get around most of them. This may not seem important, but when something like this limits your routes, and all you can do is stay on the floor, it's going to become particularly difficult later on in the cities or in the bridge missions. Secondly, and more importantly, we have absolutely no stamina. We do absolutely no damage to zombies, and yet have no choice but to stay mostly on their level. Dr. Zera is in a state-of-the-art lab, with very secure, sturdy walls guarding him. Problem is, those walls are all 2 floors up, and there's no door. It means I need to find a way in. So I do a loop around the facility, get into a scrap with the locals, loot a bit while I'm going, but in the end, I have to settle for this jump to get in. Not perfect, but there was no easier one I could find. I interrupt what looks like Morgan Freeman's fat brother, only to realise it's the Doctor. I should have known from the comically large icons on his desktop. He gives me a shot of Antizin and sends me on my way so he can get back to typing on Windows 2000's WordPad. So I decide to go and speak to the leader of this football court?
Keep it fast.
Seems he's not very friendly either.
Crane.
All right, shut up and pay attention.
He asked me to set up some traps so the actual tower boss and others can secure some airdrops. So I head out the easiest possible way and get to work. First trap's easy, as it's back where we were. But no sooner have we armed it, that we're asked to help a trapped survivor. Just getting to this person while sticking to the floor proved to be tough, especially when we have to get past a horde of them loitering around on the street. After some further looting, grinding some fighting XP, and then losing most of it, time to find the easiest way into this place. Much like the last one, I have to loop around, but luckily we find an easy half-broken wall to hop over. There's a couple zombies inside, so it's time to put my rusty, mostly broken pipe to work. At this point, I should mention that whilst I know I can go and find some pretty powerful non-dev weapons early on, like the pistol that someone used to unalive themselves, I'm opting not to, although I don't want to give myself an unfair advantage, as ridiculous as that does sound in this handicapped run. Maybe I shouldn't have taken all those detours getting here though, because it turns out that he's already been turned.
Shit. All right.
And whilst his health is hard capped regardless of difficulty, making him easy to kill, he's the introduction of a new threat that's going to be very prevalent during this playthrough. Virals.
Okay, it's done. Fuck.
They're the next fastest infected after volatiles. But they're a lot more plentiful and don't mind the sun. This means that they'll be our most common problem, as we will have to try and lose groups of them on the ground, which is very tough when they can run faster than you and for longer.
You had no choice. He wasn't human anymore. Now hurry. You still need to turn on the lights. That's the only way to make this place safe at night.
After restoring the power, the GRE want to cool.
Ah, shit.
And due to the horrific phone service here, we have to climb to the top of this 3-story building just to answer. Fortunately, there seems to be a relatively straightforward path to take, where if we stand on a few elevated levels, we can make the climb ups feasible. With the reasoning for the last climb here being that you'd use the grated window as a foothold.
Crane here.
After telling the GRE about Dr. Zera's computer skills, they agree that he isn't in much danger of finding a cure.
But if he does, we want to see it.
Let's back down the building to continue arming the traps. Firecrackers are another tool that I tend to forget I even have beyond this introduction. However, again, these little distractions will definitely prove to be valuable throughout this run.
Keep on like that, you just might make it.
The maps are made with parkour in mind, but not being able slows us down. We did manage to evade the infected on our way to the next trap. Well, most of them at least. The next trap's off the ground, and trying to find an easy way up proves to be surprisingly difficult. As whilst I do realise that it'd be easier to get onto the small building next to it, and then cross on the platform, there really isn't an easy way onto it. At least, that is until I find this small concrete post that I reason could be used to hoist us up onto the roof. You can tell I like to make this harder than it needs to be, because up until this point, I hadn't even realised that I was still using my now completely broken starting pipe. So we activate the trap, meet a zombie that's just had enough, then discover a piece of Crane's lore I really didn't need to know. Anyway, time to get to the next trap. After the usual loop around, I settle for this single level jump. Now we reach the hardest trap, which, unfortunately, requires a fair amount of parkour. And all I can do is control how we get onto the roof, which I achieve with a few pull-ups and small jumps. However, this last unavoidable jump, only a maniac would try. The final one is only a single train carriage high, but much like when I was a kid and tried to full auto the Euclid C Finder with a mod, we cause a blackout. In order to turn the power back on, we need to take on an enemy that I've been dreading. So I craft all the medkits I can. Yeah, medkits, that's right. Molotovs would have been so much smarter. We find an easy fence to hop over, and then get greeted by this absolute unit.
Fuck, what's this?
Going into this, I had the foolish intention of simply going toe-to-toe and clubbing him to death. I even got into quite a good rhythm with it. However, one wrong step, and it would all be over. After this swing, however, I realised he could do the hard work for me and blow himself up. So I tried again, until eventually I did it. At least I thought I had, until he stamped the flames out and kept coming. Now, it wasn't until I watched this back that I realised it was actually me that hit the canister here. So doing this dance was completely unnecessary, as I could have just hit the thing myself and finished this in half the time. And yes, I am aware this whole fight is skippable, but that just doesn't seem in the spirit of the challenge. So I loot my spoils, then head over and turn the power back on before Spike can nag anymore. At this point, it's almost night, and I'm not ready for that. So we run through the streets, narrowly avoiding obstacles that were supposed to be for the zombies, until we make it back to the safety of the place we've recently liberated. We're about to head in for the night, and we catch some degenerate sniffing the ledge we were just on. Anyway, best to sleep before the real freaks come out. When I started this, I didn't quite realise just how hard it would be. You see, I thought this would be a more combat-focused run, where I'd be getting very familiar with the dodge, grapple, and escape mechanic, as well as making use of the passive health regen. At least that was until I opened up the skill menu and was reminded that all of those are locked behind the agility tab, a tab that we've disallowed for this challenge. So we return to Spike to let him know the good news, and it seems he's overcome his Java programmer's block,
First of all, you did great out there.
because his mood has drastically improved. He's even giving us useful items.
Use a UV flashlight and a remote control. You run up on a volatile, give him a face full of UV, or lead him into a trap.
Apparently Brecken's mission still failed, and Jade has called all scouts in immediately. And even though we literally passed the tower to come here, Spike tells us we need to get to that meeting ASAP. So we decide to have the shortest call with the GRE.
I'm about to have a meeting with the tower's leader.
Acknowledged. Confirm his identity and contact us immediately.
Before heading up the tower. Good to see that we're in safe hands. Jade barges past us, tells us to follow her lead,
Okay.
and then calls us out on our lack of confidence.
Act confident.
Sounds like one of my relationships.
Right, Crane?
Then in an attempt to impress her,
I'll do it.
we volunteer to try and get some antizin.
Crane will go. He'll be happy to.
Jesus.
That seemed to go well. The Bogdanov twin tells me that Brecken desperately needs some anti-seizure medication. So this gets me thinking. I don't even need to try to impress Jade if I'm her only option.
That's right.
So it would be a real shame if the seizures took care of the if I never found that medication. GRE want another update, but for some reason, we can almost never reuse the same building to call them from. They said that this radio can get through the block they put in place, but I feel like I'm trying to get a decent 5G connection with an O2 SIM. Also, gotta love the occasional fire immune zombie.
Crane here.
We figure out that Rise is our guy. Then, we're told to let them know if we find any antizin. So we head back down the way we came, try to start looting, but we're interrupted by two virals. The combat in Dying Light is bizarre. Sometimes you get lucky and you're able to kill one in seconds. Then others, like the second guy here, feel almost like a mini-boss. If anyone can explain the randomness of it, then leave a comment to help me understand. Second time this playthrough I've relied on fire to take care of a tough enemy. We continue looting, finding a nice blue rarity hammer and some other valuables. I didn't realise how many objectives are always on top of buildings. It seems that every fetch or activate quest is at least 2 stories high, which leaves me with the headache of trying to figure out the easiest route up. Anyway, we find a whole lot of nothing in the first crate, but we do spot a plane making a couple drops. And Jade wants us to rooftop parkour our way there ASAP. So to get out of this, we lie and fake an injury so as to take the ground plane. But this somehow results in Rise men getting there first. So Jade insists I stay on the floor to beat them to the second one, as it's about to be night. But I quickly remind her that, in Turkey, whilst there aren't any explicit bans on parkour, Law number 5366 empowers municipalities to designate areas for redevelopment, which would mean rooftops would be recognised as restricted spaces, and Haran is definitely an area in need of redevelopment. Instead of 3 of Rye's men, I find 3 biting. Easy, right? Especially with the new hammer. No. I end up spending several minutes just trying to put these normal biters down. This confirms something we all knew for the next one. Running is my only option, as I'm definitely not fighting my way through. So here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. I knew that the next 30 seconds were vital, as it's possible to softlock the run here if you die in the wrong place. So I put some time planning where I was going to run. I plotted a path that would send me through some alleys, join me onto the main road, and finally, up the stairs to the tower. This was the shortest route that avoided several volatile spawn points, and most importantly, avoided parkour. The issue was, there still were a lot of spawn points of volatiles along this path, and that meant I was going to need to go right through them. But now, all I had to do was remember my route.
There's no antis in here.
Done? Fuck! All right, get back here and be careful. The nightmares are awake. Don't let them see.
Oh, shit. They must have heard me.
Okay, yeah, that didn't go to plan. Turns out, planning kind of goes out the window when you're clenching for the whole chase. Although it looked like a complete failure, this was actually a pretty ideal place to have died, as I had managed to lead most of the volatiles away from the respawn point, meaning by the time I get back there, they should have dissipated, clearing the area so I can essentially go directly to the tower. I had also triggered most of the spawn points along that path, so I realised it would actually be safer for me to retrace my steps. However, they were still out there roaming, and I hadn't planned this new route, so was unsure how best to go once I got back to my body. This mission is also coded such that as soon as you leave a safe zone, all the volatiles in your immediate vicinity are alerted, meaning exiting via sneaking is out of the question. This is how I got spawn camped and softlocked in my previous attempt, so armed knowing I had to ration my stamina better and keep a level head, it was time to try this again. Only this time, if I failed, there would be more volatiles on the map, and my risk of softlocking would increase, potentially dooming this run forever.
Very simple. Your right hand or your left?
Left! Come on. Raheem! That's me, kid. I did it! Raheem! Oh, you should have seen it. Oh, God. The whole damn building came down.
So we're back. Vertically challenged? No, not like that. But still trying to beat Dying Light without parkour. Last time we were introduced to Haran's beautiful scenery, friendly populace,
Shut up and pay attention.
and we even got the chance to experience the bustling nightlife. Oh, we are doomed. Having just survived an army of volatiles, we head to the boss's room expecting everyone to be cheering our name. Instead, they don't even acknowledge our existence, opting to have some heated debate over politics or something. I don't know. But this won't do. We need to say something to get everyone to look at us right now.
I'll go.
I'm not quite sure what I just agreed to, but Raheem seems to be super impressed, and Jade, well, Jade's Jade. Whatever it is, I'm confident I'll get the chance to show everyone how kind, caring, and helping I really am. And look at
What's
this,
going on here?
our first chance to show it.
Locked himself in the room.
We break into this guy's room, make him aware that he's in serious need of a pedicure, and then heroically extract
First tell me
information
who
from him
sold you
by
that.
withholding medical care.
If he needs a doctor, you should get the doctor.
Shut up. What do you know? We find the guy who's selling the phony antizin. I've got no idea why you'd buy medicine to prevent turning from someone who looks like they turned a week ago. But he wants me to go and deal with the people directly. Yeah, I'm sure no one will care if I don't follow through on that. We head out, and Jade decides to check in,
Crane, can you hear me?
probably to compliment my bravery.
No, it's Listen, Crane. We all appreciate what you're doing. And
Yeah,
I know you're
yeah.
doing it to redeem yourself.
Wait, what?
Because
No.
Amir died saving your
Who?
life.
No, look. I'm doing this because I'm just a really nice guy. Probably the best you've ever met.
You know, I met Amir right after the outbreak. I didn't know him for that long, but he was the best, most decent man I've ever... Crane, it's Lena.
Oh, thank God.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, it's just to tell me her request is a priority.
Right, understood.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. We see a guy throwing knives at the nearby zombies. And whilst I was looting his spoils and watching it all unfold, I couldn't help but absolutely love the jankiness. I think a lot of people enjoy Dying Light because, whilst it has no shortage of fear, it sprinkles interactions like this throughout that, intentionally or not, make it funny too. I mean, this is just some guy killing zombies, but the amount of ragdoll physics humour it creates is fantastic. We help out a survivor by kicking a zombie into a corner and going to town on him.
Let me catch my breath now.
Alright, I'll leave you to it then. We've got a couple of levels that will get the backpacker skill and sturdiness. We definitely need that last one for some of the fights to come. Speaking of, one wrong turn and we find ourselves blocked in, with our only option being either parkouring out or fight. We see an airdrop en route, so decide to try and grab it. Thankfully, Molotovs are very powerful, so this becomes a 1v1, and of course we win that. And with a kick too. I head to a nearby safe spot in order to change outfit, as I completely forgot in part 1 that outfits give small bonuses. We switch to Shoe Warrior, so as to reduce volatile and enemy grab chance.
Okay, Raheem, I'm here.
We approach Rye's base in order to try and broker a deal with him for Antizin.
Don't shoot!
As I said before, I think being a friendly guy is the only way to do this, so I intend to just ask really nicely.
What kind of deal?
Unfortunately, they decide now's the time for a chit-chat whilst I'm out here fighting for my life. I run around the perimeter a bit before settling on this low segment of the wall as my way in. Now it's time to meet Rise.
How long have we been friends, Osman? We have been friends for a very long time. That is why I'm so surprised. that you would steal from me.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Now I give you a choice. Very simple. Your right hand or your left?
Left.
I'm starting to think asking nicely won't work on this guy.
Runners, you've got about an hour to get back here or find a safe house.
Great.
You better get...
Now not only do I have to do something for him, but I'm going to have to spend the night in this place. We meet a surprisingly honest person in a place like this.
Most of my men are too slow, too fat, or too...
He asks us to climb...
I'm a tower like
Whoa, no, wait, I don't climb buildings, let alone radio towers. We sleep on it, then decide we need to call our employer, because climbing was not on the job posting. So we head to some high ground.
Acknowledged. Continue to do as he asks. Remember, we need that file.
Great. You can always rely on your boss to make you do something you don't want to. There's a lot of zombies around, including a goon who appears to be afraid of the sunlight or something. We find some spikes and begin kicking. I decided to do some limit testing here to see if I can take a goon in a 1v1. It didn't work out last time, but I feel confident that if I just keep hitting him, surely he'll die eventually. And with nothing else around... Ah, shit. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, not the reaction I was expecting. Let's try another one. Okay, he's going to be tougher than I thought. But this strategy just doesn't seem to be working at all. Aha! Surely some more time in the flames will do the trick. Ah, forget this shit.
What the hell?
Well, at least some flames work on someone around here. Somehow, opening this attracted some virals. Finally get the power on.
Power's fucking on!
Then find the easiest way onto the roof. And start our long but carefully chosen route up the tower. Only to find it stripped of parts.
Oh, shit.
Looks like we're going up this one instead.
This is electrified.
This thing's still intact. Let's see if it was worth the hassle. Hey, Kareem, second transmitter's up and running. Is it working? Kareem, do you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thankfully, we do it. So we head back to Rise, looting, and avoiding zombies as we go. Rise is really impressed. He even claps for us.
In now.
Do all that I
He
ask
does
of you,
exploit
and
our
I will give you
gambling
not
addiction,
one,
though.
but 2 crates of antizin. This
But we
will be
jump on
different
this
from your
one,
exploits
because he
on the
says I
internet, as it
just
will
need to persuade some
require a
settlements
bit
to give us
more
some stuff.
Persuasion.
This is the chance I've been waiting for, to show how much of a good guy I am. So we get some rest and head to the first round.
Special right now.
Okay, this guy looks like he's going through a rough time. He's an old man, he's got vomit on his overalls. I'm sure if I just ask nicely, oh my god, that is not what I... Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know what's come over. Well, I guess he gave me the... Oh, we're still going.
Just don't hurt me, alright?
Crane, it's Lena.
Lena, now is not a good time.
More vials of that fake and...
Crane, how you doing, mate?
Okay, look, we can forget about that. I can still show that I'm a good person, you know? Help these people out.
Things get bad for
not
you.
quite what I... And we're threatening women now.
Here, this is all of it.
I'm noticing that we're disturbingly good at this. We didn't even try asking nicely yet. Maybe this one could be our chance.
Point out how easy it would be to set this entire place on fire.
Jesus Christ. You people are fucking monsters.
Team's Karma's catching up to us because all hell's breaking loose back in the tower.
Someone's turned on the 18th floor.
We run into a bunch of infected, and this is looking seriously bad. A spitter above us, infected blocking the path ahead, and virals chasing. But we can't let Kareem see weakness, so we have to respond in the most nonchalant way possible.
I don't know, about halfway back, I guess.
Good. I need you to make a quick detour.
Ah, bollocks.
Hey, Kareem, I think I found your lost patrol.
We turn into a parrot.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Miss our only Molotov. So have no choice but to go look for some resources. Just to stumble upon this guy. He wants to get to the tower, so we decide to help him as it's getting dark. Problem is, he decides he'd rather pick a fight with a goon than just enter the other door.
It's gonna get dark soon.
I mean, it's open, right there. Looks like we have no choice but to try and beat this thing to death before nightfall. Yeah, he spent most of that fight on the floor. We return to our rooftop problem with some new throwing weapons. Unfortunately, my accuracy hasn't improved, so I tried to get closer.
Kareem, I think I found your lost patrol. Something ripped them limb.
Wait, what was that?
Search the bodies. Look for some blueprints in a smooth...
Okay, well now that I know he has grenades, I'm going to keep a close eye on him to see when he starts the anime. Wait, that wasn't even him! Thankfully, his throwing arm must have gotten pretty tired, because he failed to get this one over the fence. Unfortunately, there's no way to get up there and retrieve the assault rifle, so we have to get back to the task at hand. Ah, there's that jankiness we love.
Okay.
We find the envelope and return it to Kareem.
All right, here are the blueprints.
Excellent.
Finally, time to retrieve the promised reward.
Now it's time for you to give me what you promised. 2 crates of Anderson.
I think not. Your loyalty
I'm
to
not
the
sure if he
power
realizes where I
is
am
nothing
whilst
but
giving
blind
this
obedience,
speech.
Crane. I will allow you.
The tower aren't going to be
much.
happy with this. We return, hoping no one will notice. We don't even make it into the elevator before we're getting belittled.
Counting on you to help them out. Please, don't just stand around. Do something.
Do you have the antizin? Give it to me. And now we've lost the entire floor, including a couple of kids.
Guess we can't upset the
You
kids
better
if there
talk
aren't
to
any.
Brecken.
Okay, let's see how Mr. Cheery's doing. I think those seizures are getting the better of him. Okay, Raheem, he's usually happy.
What's up?
See that skyscraper? The scout found a volatile nest in there. We take that out, and then...
Well, at least he's got a plan, and honestly sounds foolproof to me. Getting harder and harder just to leave the tower, as there are more infected spawning, and most are tougher than before.
This is Target. And
It seems everyone's sad back in the tower. Oh, but of course.
It's your #1 priority.
We finally get blessed with our first gun of the run, and not a moment too soon, as we're about to enter a school.
Hey, come here. You should see this.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Something is going on at the school.
Oh. Okay, I want everyone to remember the layout of this road. It's blocked that way, and Rise Garrison is this way. That means that any vehicle would be coming from the garrison. So how the hell do we not get spotted? We have to get into the school, but all the doors are locked. So we climb onto the roof, try to avoid the spitters, make a bomber explode, then make it into a safe room. Okay, now safe room. Before we head down, we heavily mod out a knife that I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot of use out of. And now, montage time. I didn't even need the gun. Guess we do it differently here in the UK. It must be winter, because it's dark when we leave the school and there's someone who likely isn't allowed within 100 meters of it sniffing an empty can. Unfortunately, nighttime means jump scares. And what's worse, volatiles.
Crane, you said we needed to talk about other options if we didn't find any antizin.
Yeah, Jade, now really isn't a good
right
time.
Now let's deal with these explosives, okay?
Not long till morning, if we can just not get spotted. Oh, great. What's worse than being chased by volatiles? Having our only means of escape being shift. Somehow, by merely ducking and weaving between a few obstructions, we managed to actually get away. Well, that and the fact that it was about 10 seconds till morning. We managed to make it back to the tower, in most of one piece. Then head upstairs to let Raheem, who, bearing in mind we're supposed to be dissuading from blowing up that tower, know that we just got enough explosives to, I don't know, blow up a tower?
That was a lucky find.
My buddy Omar is making sure Saeed's putting good timers on those things. We have to be able to get our asses out of there before they blow.
I'm doing it on my own. Thanks, kid. I'll see you soon.
We sneak past Lena and ask the doctor who's our only chance of stopping this virus about the
Doc, you got a
infected
minute?
that was lurking outside the school.
Kane. Yes. How can I help you?
Not only is he showing signs of dementia, but he does a classic UK roadworks move and starts multiple things but can't seem to finish any. Let's hope his research isn't this useless.
I'm told that Quartermaster chap has been keeping track of them.
Here. here, and here.
Up until this point, there hasn't been much extra planning needed. But this, well, this mission definitely needs some. When you kill a bolter, it immediately triggers a volatile chase. Most players would simply head to a nest, take out the bolter, and then lose the volatiles by jumping around on some rooftops. We can't do that. That means I need to thoroughly plan for this one. So here it is. There are several bolter nests around the map, but the only one we're interested in, the ones near safe zones. Because if we can grab a sample and immediately run into a safe zone, we're sorted. So that brings our choices down to 2. Both require some degree of parkour, but this one here requires the least, with only a single climb up needed for the night. But in order to satisfy the rules of this challenge, that means we can't do any unnecessary parkour. It means we have to spend the whole night outside the safe zone, as the only way back in is through climbing. So here we are at that safe zone. Talk about pathetic fallacy. The bolter nest is just behind that bus. Our way down is simple, but there's no coming back up. Now, supposedly night lasts 7 minutes, so I thought of waiting until the last minute, then running down, killing the bolter, and waiting a few seconds for morning. But I swear it feels like forever when you're waiting. And it's not even 11. We spent some skill points. Then decided, time to go in. As you can see, you don't have long to get back to the UV. The normal biters proved to be the big problem there. So I have the genius idea of throwing a firecracker before... Fucking tongue twister? So I have the genius idea of throwing a firecracker before starting. What I didn't realise was that would scare the bolter. Can we just pretend I hit the first shot there? So now I have to settle in for the night, making sure to hug the UV light. Unfortunately, the lights don't prevent normal biters, and as I can't move around much, I didn't want to start fighting them. So I find a safe spot for a while, but it doesn't take long before I catch the attention of some of the local wildlife. And right in time for the storm to pick up too. I tried to hide, but at this point the jig is up. All I can do is try to balance firecrackers to keep them off me. Finally, it's close enough to morning that I feel confident to go out. We get to see what happens when the light comes up on a volatile. And since they're heading my way, we decide to follow them. Until next time. We make our way back to Dr. Zera with the fresh sample in hand.
There are demons.
It seems it was worth the hassle, as the doctor thinks it explains the different mutation. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the equipment needed. Only his colleague, Dr. Camden, does. Guess we know where we'll be taking the data next.
Everything's ready.
After our failed attempt to impress everyone at the tower, blowing up the volatile nest is our redemption. However, it seems Raheem tried to steal the glory.
Fucking hell, Raheem, that was my job!
We messed up. Messed up bad.
I'm on my way.
Omar, behind you! Behind you!
Brecken understands the real prize here.
Does Jade know about this?
No, she doesn't.
For God's sake, don't.
We need to act fast. Nothing can afford to stand in our... God damn it, Lena! Now is not the time!
Oh, shit. This is not good. Raheem, where the hell are you?
Clearly, every second matters. We can't afford to... You've got to be kidding me. We need to save Raheem, and no zombies will stop us. Okay, we're spending some skill points, mate. But other than that, nothing will. Oh, great. You every time. Okay, now we loot, yeah. There's always time for that.
Raheem!
Crane, I didn't think I'd make it, so I armed the bombs. They'll blow in less than 5 minutes.
Oh shit, kid, you're bleeding.
Huh? Oh, I cut myself. It's nothing. Fuck, just plant the bombs.
Alright, don't move, you got it? I'll be right back.
I'd like to pretend that this first attempt was just to scout it out, you know? Get a feel for the enemies and obstacles. But the truth is, I just completely forgot there was even a timer. So imagine my surprise when I placed the second bomb, only to see 14 bloody seconds left.
Alright, got it.
There was no way I was getting out, especially given half of that time was spent watching a cinematic entrance by a goo.
It's done. Great. Now get your ass out of there. Or to your right. Floor above. You need to put the bomb on one of the big support columns. Get to the next floor up. You're looking for another column, like the first one.
2 minutes. Much better.
Got it.
It's done. Great. Now get your ass out of there.
I should have probably looked back in some cinematic way. Yeah, a little late now. The truth is, I was absolutely shit.
Hey, Raheem! It worked, man! Hey, your plan worked, kid! Raheem? Hey, do you copy?
Ooh, loot.
Come on. Raheem! The whole damn building came down! Oh, shit! No, Raheem, stop! Raheem, it's me! It's me, kid, it's Crane! Oh, Jesus! Raheem, stop! That's a fucking bite wound? You goddamn stupid fucking kid! Oh, God. Jade.
It was our responsibility to make sure Raheem didn't try to blow up that nest. Jade has been making that clear since the moment we met. Ah, well. At least we've got these few moments of peace to think about what we're going to say to her. Oh, for fuck's sake, Lena!
Number one priority.
Okay, here goes nothing. Maybe if I didn't leave him there,
We're back again.
He'd still be alive. Oh no. Jade! Jade!
Still screwing up our chances with Jade.
Jade, god damn it!
Just give her time.
But this time, we're starting this episode off with a bang. So to be fair, I'm not actually sure what went bang there, as there's no fire, smoke, or any sign of an explosion, really. Also, that's not even Zera's lab.
Shit! Get down there! We can't let them take him!
We probably should go this way, but we can't. So, time to take the stairs. It's gone eerily quiet from the lab. And oh no, and it's night too. You know, Zera's probably done for. I mean, there's no way that Rise men would manage to transport an old fat man across town at night with volatiles around every corner.
Hey, you! Get him!
I'd really hope this axe would do a better job, given due to its stamina drain I could only swing it once every 10 seconds.
Brecken, Zara's been kidnapped.
God damn it! Some of our people spotted a big knot of bandits heading back to Rice's garrison. That's gotta be where they took Zara.
Seems the front door's open, so guess we're leaving this way. Thankfully, we're only a stone's throw away from the tower. So I doubt there's anything stopping... Wait, what was that? Okay, we can avoid one volatile. No. Okay, let's just make use of the UV flare. What the fuck? Nope. Couldn't someone at the tower have helped me? They could have fired out the windows or thrown a UV light or something. Instead, all I get is... I'm gonna take a nap. I'm sure Zara can wait a few hours. He's resourceful. He'll be fine.
Hurry up, Crane. We gotta get...
I was only resting my eyes, Brecken.
Crane,
Oh no, let's not start this again, Lena.
Business is your #1 priority.
Just quickly loot some things. How does he know?
You better be.
Somehow, in the tiny, short, little amount of time I meditated, they've locked the place down.
The garrison's shut down. The doors are sealed off. I don't think I can get in.
We do a loop of the garrison, looking for any easy way in, but conclude that we have to go the designated path. Brecken's seizures are definitely getting to him, because he's temporarily turned British.
Just keep your eyes open. Good luck in there.
Oh, the temptation. We sneak our way past the 2 guards on the roof, then head inside. Before even looking around to see if it's safe, we decide to give the GRE a call.
Crane here. We could really use some GRE support right now.
Someone else answers, claiming to be from the Ministry of Defense and that they are going to carpet bomb Haran. I hope this doesn't affect my pay. Either way, we plead with them to stop, on account of the, probably dead, Dr. Zera and his research. They agree and decide to wait 2 days. Geez, I sure hope this doesn't backfire. Otherwise, we could be responsible for billions of... Nah, I'm sure it's all going to be fine.
You have 48 hours.
We spend the first 10 minutes of those 48 hours looting some guys' living quarters.
Shit,
Then we head further down.
Maybe I can pry it open.
Looks like we're jumping. That took way too long. Anyway, we find Dr. Zera, and it seems his dementia's worsening.
Who is it? Who's there?
Relax, Doc. It's me. But right now we have to get out of here.
We warn him he needs to keep his voice down. Richie decides to yap about his research some more.
My research, it must reach Dr. Camden. That's why I gave the packages to Jade. I know you said you would deliver them, but she was there, and time being of the essence.
Doc?
Oh great, who could have seen this coming? We get knocked out and wake up in Rise Arena, the pit.
Doc.
He starts on a monologue, but we make it clear that we've heard enough yapping for one day. He's not too happy about that though. They leave and open the doors to some of the containers. We have to fight on the ground only in here, which means we need to capitalize on the spike traps around. Seems the blood's making it slippery. You know, I think we're going to be alright. Oh, I spoke too soon. Better unlock this, just in case. Now we just need to clean the last few up. Or let them do it for me. Guys, I'm not sure. Somehow we survived. It seems the harder challenge is just getting out of here. We kind of squeeze our way out of the gap between the fence and the wall, only to get hit by another seizure from the infection.
God, please, not now.
We stumble around a bit, then collapse, talking to ourselves deliriously.
Sarah's dead.
We wake up in a shipping container. Oh no, we've seen enough of those.
Oh, where am I?
Brecken tells me that Jade, who now has the deceased doctor's research, has tried to take it to Dr. Camden, who's in Sector 0. We decide to follow, and in order to get there, we need to meet...
They have a den.
Seng? Keng? Let's just go with Saviour Guy. We do some bartering, unlock some skills, then head out. Back in the pit, Rise kept talking about how the GRE actually have ulterior motives and that they want to weaponize the virus, etc. Honestly, I don't care. But he did supposedly publish the file we're meant to retrieve. I'm fairly certain that means we're not getting paid. How exactly did that hit me?
Crane, it's Lena.
Oh, I should have died in that bloody pit.
It's your #1 priority.
We ignore her for the 10th time and instead plan our ascent. As, the saviour guy, of course, is on the first floor, with no staircase leading to him. We find this fairly easy set of jumps to get up. Then ask him to smuggle us across.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the saviors.
I'm starting to think everyone here is suffering mentally from what's happening. As this guy proceeds to have a loud radio call with himself. I mean, it's just static on the other end.
You sure? Okay. Right.
Either way,
Come here.
he agrees to let us across, but we have to make our way to the sewer entrance on the other side of town. Nothing is ever nearby. We end up passing the guy throwing knives from last episode. You can tell by this. But we stupidly get ourselves trapped in the house opposite. Thankfully, he massively helps our escape. We get chased into the tunnel that leads to where we need to go, but find it blocked perfectly by this bus. Great, looks like we're climbing again. We climb down and head on, only to find the sewer entrance is on top of a highway. We decide to head into this warehouse to see if there's an easy ascent up there. Luckily, we find some stacked, waist-high boxes leading to an elevated mezzanine platform, from which we can easily access the room. We find the smallest jump, then get greeted by some infected. Oh, enough of this. Once again, people have done an awful job of parking, meaning we need to climb over a barrier to proceed. We meet Hazan, who offers to take us through.
Good to meet you. I'm Hazan.
Amazingly, through only means literally here.
Okay, from here on out, you're on your own.
Thanks, Hazan. I hope I never have to hear from you again. Seems there's more climbing to do. And what's worse, if I fall, I land in not only sewage water, but sewage filled with zombie corpses. Whilst moving through here, I thought that they should do the classic trope in these kinds of games, where they fill the water with zombie bloater corpses that, if you touch, explode. Anyway, we get through that part, find a gun and some ammo, see a majestic herd of virals migrating, then head further in.
We tried to keep the route clear, but there may be some infected here and there. Shouldn't be a problem for you, though.
Sure enough, we reach an outdoor section filled with infected on the ground level, which is our level. Great. May as well put that pistol to use. Okay, so that double headshot makes up for the missed ones, right? Yep, totally aim for that. The remaining few decide to burn themselves, probably because they saw my accuracy and wanted to save me the ammo. Oh look, a bloater, like I said! I take it back. We proceed to get jump scared, and I decide, let's save ammo for these next infected. Problem is, I forgot to repair my weapon, meaning this viral takes the better part of 5 minutes to kill. Ooh, more ammo. And more climbing. They are... A slide! Finally, a pick-me-up in this apocalypse. Whee! Ah, Hazan.
I had no choice. Rise has me by the balls.
Here we go again.
I'm fine. Just give me a second. Brain, I just want you to promise me one thing. When the time comes, you're the one who takes me out. Promise me!
Jade, here. You take this.
Crane. Crane, can you hear me? I need you to hear me, Crane.
Jade!
I know you wanted to try and save me. Not everybody would have offered that vial the way you did. But it's too late for that now. It's too late for me. For a while I blamed you for Amir's death. I wanted to kill you. But I realized it was time for Amir. It was time for him to go. Everybody's life is finite. You can't deny it. It's pointless. We get here, and eventually we die. The only thing we can do is make what happens in between count.
Green, save these people. They don't deserve.
Amir's life counted, and now he's gone. Rahim's life counted, and now he's gone. If sacrificing my life means saving everyone in Haran, then that's what I want to do. take that away from me, Crane. It's my time now, Crane. You can't save me. You've got to let me save you. Let me save you.
Damn it, no, don't make me do this!
One of us has to live, Kyle. You just remember what you promised me.
Jade!
Very proud of that intro, I won't lie. So I just hope YouTube doesn't screw it up.
Be careful out there, Crane.
Anyway, we're back, and boy oh boy is this a hell of an episode. Because we're not in the safe slums anymore, we're in Old Town, or Sector Zero. And oh god, is Sector Zero relentless. It's what I've been dreading for this challenge, as here, it just doesn't stop. We're getting chased by virals for most of the time we're out, and we can't use guns, mind you, because that just causes more to spawn. But whilst we make our way over to Tower 2.0, I want to discuss a few things. Firstly, during this episode, I decided to allow crafting weapons. Now I know that wasn't disallowed anyway, but I was kinda challenging myself to try and beat it without, right up until I got here and realised that basically every door, window, and even grate spawns a viral. And good luck sneaking. And since we're getting chased all the time, we need something to deal with them. Otherwise their numbers just keep piling up and we can't get away. Secondly, if it wasn't clear already, I die a lot in this episode. Like, more than the entire run combined. So I think I deserve that custom-made weapon. We find a conveniently placed ladder that helps us get onto the rooftops, and then once we get across, it's up from there.
Hey, you're Crane, right?
We make it to Troy and immediately make it awkward.
This is Troy. Do you
Then we snatch her walkie-talkie out of her hand.
Jade, it's Crane. Just let me come and help you.
We then let go of the button too soon, meaning she would have just heard, "Let me come."
All I can see is my brother.
Please, just hear me
Well,
out, okay?
maybe this time we can do a better job.
The GRE hired me. They want that research that you're carrying. Now we need to figure out some way to let them know that we've got it.
Great. Just let them know. She's understandably not very happy with us, as we're talking gibberish. But luckily, Troy still tells us where she's located, so we head out. Given how different it is here compared to what we've seen so far, and how much harder it's gotten just getting from point A to point B, I decided to include a lot more of the travelling between objectives. And by that I mean, I want to show you guys some of the average journeys just getting around here, when you're restricted to the floor only. It's such a thin playing field. You gotta bob and weave to get round the zombies. I mean, even here it's a fight just to get down the path. In previous episodes, most of the travel time was cut, as whilst I had to stay on the ground and that caused some problems, sure, there were always multiple routes or large open spaces to avoid the infected. Here, just getting down any street is not only a fight, but half the time leads to a dead end anyway. In order to get to the university, for instance, we have to go on a big, long-winded loop around the river because there's no easy crossing. The devs of this game are always receiving praise over small details that still get appreciated today by the fanbase. And I want to add to that, as I'm genuinely impressed by the work that went into the ground level of the city. Just take here, for instance, where there are pigeon corpses littering the floor. I mean, this is a game about parkour, so most devs would neglect the floor and focus on pushing the player to stay up high by keeping it interesting up there only. But there are so many ground-only details, like tunnels, alleyways, subways. Pretty sure those are all distinct things. And I'm getting the shit beaten at me in every single one. We're getting chased by a lot of virals here, but thankfully we run into some Arise men. And yeah, that's probably the first time anyone's ever been thankful to run into them. But here, as all the infected are chasing me, they turn to them. See, I'm not even allowed to jump over this short fence, but this normal infected can. And here's the first death of many to come. We need to get up here, so we start looping around, looking for an easy way up, but everywhere we run is packed with biters, virals, or both. I can see that if we make it up onto one of these opposite buildings, we can use the connector. I'm always getting interrupted. We start looting a nearby park. Okay. Give me a heart attack and then just what? Fall from your own momentum? There's quite a few virals in suits here, which is something we haven't seen before. Makes me think that guy asking for a pistol from the tower maybe didn't make it so far. We're just trying to loot this chest. No, I hate being locked in an animation. You know what? I just don't think it's worth trying to loot in Sector 0. Yeah, definitely not for that junk. Anyway, we map out a path to the rooftop. And I know, my diagrams are amazing. There's no need to rush to the comment section to tell me. Needless to say, the panic gets me. Well, that and the camping viral waiting for me to climb up. Doing this path is already tough, but we have virals climbing up and down the damn walls to get us, so I'm feeling the pressure. There's this staircase-esque route up from here, and it doesn't take long once we're on the roof to get across to the university.
Hey, can you help me?
It seems we've just missed Jade. Probably all that running around. And what's worse, she's in a mood, as shown by her decision to leave behind a picture of Amir to rub in our faces.
Why would she have left me this?
Alright, time to up our game. Amir had a sweet bat, and we've been trying to mimic that when we bought our bat and modified it, to show that we're basically like an upgraded Amir. But it just doesn't seem to be working. So it's time to craft a proper weapon. Something silent that can be used at range, to help traverse these nightmare streets.
Why? What do I have to see?
Speaking of Jade though, is there really a thing there? I mean, sure, we have feelings for her. After all, we are fighting very hard to try to get to her, and I don't buy it's just for Zera's research. But we haven't had many interactions. I guess she did save us, so that's bound to harbour some strong emotions. Besides, what other choices do we have? Oh. But does Jade have feelings for us? Yeah. Anger, resent. She finds us injured, and whilst trying to save us, her partner died. She regularly likes to make it clear that she really loved him. Now, if that's not enough, she then tells us, please don't let my brother try to blow up that volatile nest, as it will definitely go bad. And not just once, mind you. Then, a couple days later, she overhears not only that her brother died doing exactly that, but that we were there. And she doesn't even wait to hear what happened either. So technically she has no understanding of the circumstances. Now, whilst we weren't directly involved in either's death, there is 100% an association she's created with us and her loved ones dying. But that already would induce a lot of anger. Then she finds out we're working for the GRE. I mean, it just doesn't matter if we try to show our true intentions. There's no recovering from that. Plus, we keep dying to every goddamn viral we encounter. We head back to the second tower, as apparently Savvy, some guy I haven't bothered to mention, as frankly I just don't care about him and his voice is bloody annoying, has managed to break through the GRE signal jam. And there's something on the TV that we apparently need to see.
The GRE had plans to weaponize it and sell it to the highest bidder.
I was the last survivor left in the quarantine.
But now there's no one left besides the infected.
The ministry did this.
What? The department of the local government's trying to cover up their own crap decisions? Ugh, typical Labour. Oh, and there's something similar happening here in Haran. We decide to help out with a plan that will hopefully send a message to the world that can't be ignored. We spend the night, and I don't think I've stressed the importance of timing with missions here in the city. You see, the rules say no unnecessary parkour, but, and I'm sure I'm going to get fact-checked in the comments, all the safe zones here are only accessible via parkour. This means if we're caught outside during nightfall, it's going to be 7 minutes of me getting battered by volatiles. I just don't think my heart can take that. Subsequently, it means we need to time the missions strategically. So when I am called back to a safe zone, we need to make use of the beds and reset our 60 minutes of daylight. Now, we're not trying to get too far here. At least it doesn't seem it. But to get there on foot, we have to go all the way around this big walled off area. Oh, look, a survivor. Now, I know how hard it is to survive out here, which is why I'm going to make it my mission for this episode to save everyone I see. And there will be no starting now. We finally make it to the entrance, and yeah, just ignore those spitters guarding it. They do a rubbish job anyway. Now this mission for me is probably one of the scariest. It contains almost everything that I could hate in a game like this. Dark, narrow spaces, tension every time you open a door, a literally never-ending number of virals spawning. There's also spitters, the ones that explode, and even the introduction of, that baby one. Now the only thing that's missing is volatiles, and thank you developers, because I could not have survived that.
Not again.
Anyway, we bump into Michael. He starts saying something, but honestly I'm more interested in seeing if I can take that back, as ours has been the best purchase so far. We ignore him a bit, then decide to loot, and then come and check why he's trying to lockpick a bolt.
I didn't mean to scare you, Michael.
He tells us he couldn't get far up. Yeah, shocking. But now we need to take over. We make our way to the elevator, which is somehow still operable. Or at least it was until we touched it.
What the? Damn it. Something must have broken the shaft.
After ascending the shaft, we start looking around the 9th floor for a way up.
Michael, I'm on the 10th floor.
Great. Look for apartments 105, 106, 134 and 137.
I decided to map the rooms he tells us to go to, as I was genuinely curious to see if the developers actually plotted it out accurately. And surprisingly, well, maybe not for these developers, they did. All the named rooms are positioned on the same side, and they map out the top half of the image we're trying to make. Okay, so, you know how previously I had kind of ignored Michael and what he said? Well, now I'm suffering, because I cannot for the life of me recall where we needed to plant these explosives. I've got no HUD, and typically that's fine, because we can activate our, spidey sense, and it indicates where to go. But there's nothing here. I know room 105 was one of them, but I can't find where to place it. So we second guess ourselves and head to the next room, just to find the exact same thing. Dinner served? Now, I just walk around every inch of the room, spamming F, and thankfully it works. So now armed with knowing it's cookers we're looking for, we head on.
Apartment's done.
As we head upstairs, that's the kind of jump scare I just don't need right now. Just look at those shadows there. This shot would be so atmospheric if not for the fact that I'm literally shitting myself throughout this whole segment. Anyway, we start clearing out some of the virals on the next floor, and now we can hear... crying. I just need to take a second to catch my breath and wipe the sweat from my hands. okay. Okay, let's... Jesus, okay. We take them from below. Oh. There's almost no point, because as soon as we're up, more are already spawning in. We quickly head to the penultimate room and plant the bomb. But it's time to deal with the child. Yeah.
Is that a child crying?
Who the hell designed that thing?
Fuck, what is this?
Okay, time to panic and hide in the corner. No, this is my spot. My spot. I'm sufficiently scared enough to pull out the gun at this point. I can't afford to turn my back for long on that door. You never know when something's gonna come running around the corner like that. Now let's just kill this thing quickly before it can spawn any. Hush, little one, hush. We plant the last bomb, then shout at Michael for getting us into this mess.
Michael, get the fuck out of there and head back to Troy right now. Just leave the detonator. Shit.
Oh, okay. What now? Nah.
Okay, I hope you're alright, Michael.
We head out via the sewer. Why do goons keep reacting to me in that way? At this point, I'm just going to take it personally.
Contact with Jade?
Crane!
Jade, is that you?
Crane, I heard what you did. I see what you did.
Okay, so, do you believe me now that I'm on your side? Sons of bitches!
Meet me in that red building on Emerald Canal. We'll go from there.
As wholesome as it is that Jade is like forgiving us or maybe just at least talking to us, it's fucking night and I'm on the streets and I can't head to the nearest safe zone. I just need to get a damn move on to wherever Jade wants me to meet. Any turn I take could have me face to face with a volatile. I can't let anything distract me. Oh, wait, was that a person? Okay. Right, we did say save everyone I see. And I mean, as long as no, where you saw me, right? Oh no, forget it, you're on your own. Okay, we're actually almost there, and shockingly, I haven't had my face ripped off by a volatile. Well, this infect is apparently going to try. We might actually make it. Oh, okay, there's a couple in the courtyard. Let's not blunder right before the end. Just gotta hop on that hot dog stand and through the window. Oh, okay. Maybe we actually have an episode where I don't die to a volatile. Now, it's very important to note here that our weapons are gone. And that's because it's a safe zone, right? And in a safe zone, the infected just, don't seem to know you're there. But let's make sure we keep paying attention, okay? I think of waiting out the night here, but I just don't have the patience to wait 7 minutes, it seems. At least, not without doing something. But I think, let's just head into the room to find Jade and continue with that.
Jade! Jade!
Okay, so Jade's been kidnapped.
Find yourself some new weapons.
And speaking of weapons, remember what I said about no weapons equals safe? Yeah, I somehow forgot that and, decided to spend the remaining part of the night shooting at infected for target practice, including this guy. Oh, fuck! Okay. If I just keep shooting him in the head, then he'll die, right? Before I need to reload? And there's 2. Right. But maybe I can still... No, this is bad. Get off! Okay, no! Right, well that was a violation. We head out again, because I just don't learn my lesson. Thankfully, we're only about a minute from sunrise. But I do spend most of that time trying to remember how the hell I got down from here. Because I knew it was an easy descent, or at least there was one somewhere, but let's not forget that they're out here. And there's one now. Okay, and there's one over there behind. Well, may as well loot. Okay. Thankfully, he's heading up. I mean, he's stuck. He's stuck. Great. The sun rises, and we make it down. But just because the volatiles are gone, does not mean that the threats are. Thankfully, there are actually more of Rye's men to distract from me. We witness a skydiving accident, then decide it's best to get away from those virals who are shortly going to be shifting their attention back to me. Okay, not far now, and thankfully there are these enclosed tunnels to... Yeah, who could have seen that coming? Could you imagine if volatiles lurked in a place like this during the day? Oh yeah, I guess the devs did already think of that idea. This crossbow is the only thing keeping me from death out here. And speaking of death, it looks like we've found another survivor. We've got to help him. Okay, we've already failed twice. I promise you I will not let you die to some infected out here. Time for this samurai sword debut. And this thing looks painful. I mean, I would not want to be on the receiving end. Oh. Okay, well I guess I did satisfy my promise in a way. We make our way to a courtyard just below where we need to go. And whilst trying to look around for an ascent, virals just keep spawning out of these drainage tunnels and climbing down from somewhere. My aim becomes crap. But yes, I said becomes, because usually it is fantastic. Okay, I think I see some stairs behind you, so if you can move out the way, it might get me closer to where I need to be. let's just deal with you. And you, I guess. Oh, and another. Why not? You could all just stay back, or we could, do one at a time, like in the films. Give me a second, please! Okay, second time's the charm, and we are heading straight for those stairs. We climb up, and this time, there's only 2 virals that got a chance to spawn. We make quick work of war. Did she just think into the rooftop? What the fuck? Okay, let's give her another chance at that. Right. We kill her, and then head up to meet the guy who's going to help us get into the museum.
Tariq?
He seems really averse to children. And I can't blame him after what I've seen. He desperately tries to get us to take him with us. I mean, how good of a swimmer is he? We make our way to the body of water below the museum. Not before one wrong turn gets us killed. Again. As we approach the destination, we spot 2 goons. See? 1, 2. So we kill one and try to find the other. Yeah, I'll get to you later, Spit. What the? Okay, we really need that answer. We loot the drop, then considerately repackage it for Rise's men. Now begins a long swim to get into the museum, and honestly, it's quite peaceful. Well, aside from the floating corpses. We climb up and start making our way through this, I don't really know what to call this area, like unnecessary parkour. We sneakily take out one of the men watching the courtyard of the museum. And then the other was he prone? Anyway, time to head very slowly in to save Jade.
We meet again. You cannot simply demand to have her crane. You must make a showing of effort first.
Attack! Move it, boys, move it! Go!
Alright, well if it's effort you want, then let's show some.
I can do this all fucking day!
I didn't kill all those infected for dramatic effect, by the way. I actually had to in order to get across the room. There's a couple in this last part, but they're quick and easy, so we head on through.
Jade? Oh shit, what have they done to you?
Fine, Crane. Tahir knocked me over the head before he dumped me in here. Just give me a minute. I'll be right as rain.
The Jade isn't looking great, but she's adamant that there's nothing wrong, and we just buy that. Rise then decides he's not satisfied with the 1,000 infected I just killed, so he decides to send a couple more for us to deal with while he yaps in the background. Does this mean that Rise employs, like, infected handlers that he keeps around? Also, I have a gun. Why don't I just shoot him now?
Character strengthening exercise.
After I missed most of my pistol shots, oh, actually, that's probably why I didn't shoot. I let Jade deal with the last few. We go to leave, but she collapses.
Oh, Jade, are you hurt?
We find out she's been bitten a few hours ago. And that's when the choice comes.
Your precious scorpion is about to turn, but so are you.
Naturally, we try to offer it to her, but she insists we take it. Maybe it's because she realizes everyone keeps dying around me, so if anyone's going to get Rise, it logically has to be me.
What? No,
Promise me.
We go on a trip down memory lane.
It's my time now, Crane. You can't save me. You've got to let me save you.
Which ends with a very creepy run.
God damn it, no, don't make me do this!
And us getting injected with the antism. Jade feels peckish before the big sleep, but now it's time to fulfill our promise.
Jade!
Time to fight Tahir. And is it just me, or has he grown an extra foot or two since we last saw him? If he lands a hit on you, you go down and you just don't get back up. After it feels like an eternity of hitting him, with any hit I land seemingly being ignored, he finally triggers stage 2. And that just means more men are coming to join his side. Now I very quickly realise that I am not going to be able to fight all of them and him if I throw caution to the wind and go for the big guy. We recover the research.
You're not the kind of loose end you leave untied.
We finish him off. Kill him. We kill him off. Yeah. We head outside to find our stuff that somehow disappeared. I don't know when. There's only 2 normal thugs guarding it, and given what we've just been through, this should be a cakewalk in comparison. Of course, right? We leave the museum, and we have to make our way to meet with the woman, Troy. We think to try this door, but then we hear something horrifying on the other side. That's right, another survivor. Now all the others have died so far, and we did make a promise to save, I guess at least someone. And this might be our hardest challenge yet, as just look at that monstrosity he's fighting. Thankfully though, it can't figure out how to get over, or technically just through, this thin 2-foot fence. We're actually getting it, and miraculously this brute is more interested in us than the survivor. Oh god, we did it! I mean, yeah, we did it! Wow. Pick off one of these, and I'm just going to go retrieve my bolts, okay? So, you get out of here. Don't hang around. You go live, you little scamp. After using this crossbow this whole time, we're only finally starting to get good with it. No, I did not cut it there because I missed that last shot, guys. Anyway, the easiest way onto this building is through some window that's about 2 floors up. So we need to find a way onto the roof opposite it, without alerting the damn crying baby I can hear that I think is in that room next to me, right? Okay, clearly not. Okay. And now we've alerted half the damn neighborhood, and I'm panicking. God damn, what happened to my accuracy? Okay, screw this. It's gun time. We're back. And this time, I'm very quickly going to perform a post-birth abortion. Finally, we made it. We can climb up and find out what Troy's going to have us do this time. We're back.
So, what do I have to do?
And this time, we're ending it. Rise has taken everyone from us. And now we're left with, well, the people we don't want. And what's worse, it's thanks to him that we're not getting paid. I mean, let's not forget that we dropped into this hellhole for literally one reason. Money. We've lost everything. And now, to make matters worse, the GRE are about to firebomb what's left of the city, including us. So we need to head to an antenna to do our magic repair work and let the outside world know that there are still survivors in here. It's proving very difficult to get where we need to go, as it's outside of the city, i.e. on the other side of this outer wall. In order to get there, we need to find a way through. And we try searching for a way round, but shocker, it's a wall, there's no way round. Then we look for exits through it, but unsurprisingly, the only ones are through what would have been the gates. I only just remember that we got the skill that means thrown weapons return to our hands. Yeah, let's see how long I remember that. Anyway, all the gates have been blocked by cars, likely trying to do the same thing as we when the outbreak started. Subsequently, the only ground exit is by climbing over some of these vehicles. To add to the stress, it's also getting dark. Like, really dark. And I do not want to be caught out here once night falls. Thankfully, we find the surface entrance to the sewers right as it becomes nightfall. And yes, we are once again needing to travel through the sewers in order to get to our destination. You know, the same area that the volatiles hide when the sun's out. But I guess in this case, if the sun is setting, then it should be dead quiet down there. Maybe not the best term to use now, but in fact it's suspiciously quiet. But hey, we got a double-barrel shotgun. And just in time, because it sounds like there's a bloody kid. Alright, in moments like this, we have to be smart. So we turn our double barrel into the sandstorm. Far more powerful... no, I mean we turn it into the ox cannon. Yes, yeah. We turn our sandstorm into the ox cannon. Far more powerful version of the double barrel that's able to one-shot most enemies. We finally acknowledge it's a kid while simultaneously checking if it's past his bedtime or something. Right. We seemingly died from sound. But maybe that's a blessing, as it did respawn the set. As it did reset the spawns, allowing us to silently take out the... Hey, that's not fair. I said silently.
I didn't shut it up fast enough, shit.
Okay, nothing our trusty bat and crossbow combo can't handle. Okay, maybe they're showing up a little bit faster than we can reload and put them down. Okay, oh, way faster. This is getting out of hand. Too quickly. Okay, we made this thing for a reason. Time to debut it. Now that's what I'm talking about. Finally, a weapon that cuts through the infected like a knife through butter. I mean, the crossbow's good, but I don't have to even aim with this thing. Let's see if it can deal with the big boy. Okay, maybe a bit ambitious. It's not my fault for trying. Karate kick for good measure there. Even gets 2 with 1 shot. Speaking of shots though, we do need to preserve ammo, because I don't know how to find it. So it's back to what we know best, including dying. We finish off what remains, loot the final few chests, then head further in. Seems we got trouble waiting. Let's see if we can pick them off from here. Seriously? Okay, maybe it was just that angle. Great, okay, why not make it harder for us? Thankfully, spitters always like to spend the first few seconds of combat making it abundantly clear that they see you by shrieking before engaging. Thanks to that, we make short work of these 3. I said short work of the... short work of these 3. There we go. Before we... Okay. 4 of these 4. Okay, so what are we working with here?
Okay, how to get from here to up there.
A hell of a lot of parkour, it seems. Great, our favourite. We start, as we always should, by looting. Unfortunately, there isn't much here we're able to work with. Kind of a predetermined path. Well, almost. We are able to slightly shortcut this spot by hopping over the fence here, which, to be honest, I don't see why you wouldn't do anyway. I don't know about you guys, but when a game gives a lot of loot, it makes me feel uneasy. Generosity is rarely altruistic, so I'm expecting a lot of pain soon. Here's one of the few instances where stealth really benefits us. No, that wasn't a joke. We somehow still haven't been detected. If we were trying to take out this many virals loud, this would be a death sentence. Particularly useful when they seemingly just ignore the noise of you fighting others right behind them.
Beautiful weather.
We briefly considered jumping into the water instead of the bags. I mean, you know, as I said last episode, these bags really aren't a good option, and I would not be picking them if it was me, but...
One day I'm gonna do this and end up landing on a bag of rusty knives, I just know it.
Seems Crane agrees.
Hey, Savvy, you there?
My notes here said, ooh, hatchet, love hatchets. And honestly, I think that sums it up quite well. We craft this very cool polearm, not yet realizing that we haven't unlocked the power attack, so can't even use its signature ability. We have to make our way to the containers to search for a keycard. But just look how atmospheric this is. I mean, we're battling our way through infected at dawn with our new badass polearm, all whilst the thunderstorm rages on. As we continue, I mistakenly think that we need to clear out all of these infected. It was long and there was nothing really to show, well, except for this. Anyway, we make our way up to the first search location and, great, again with these goons reacting to me in such an offensive way. Eat a bolt to the head, you... Oh, I didn't know it one-shot them. We clear out all the... hey, wow, look, we really coolly killed him as revenge for him throwing that thing at us. We finish the last ones off, then head into the first container. We find some loot, but no keycard. Guess it's on to the next one. And yes, some of you may be thinking, oh, but he missed something. No, we definitely didn't, and it definitely won't come to bite us in the arse later. Okay, that means it's time to check the only remaining area. What do we got to deal with? A demolisher. Fuck. Okay, and that's two of them. Alright, let's pick off the little guys first. And now we bring out Big Bertha for the demolishers. We try throwing a Molotov at the group in the distance. Miss. But, you know, at least the noise attracted the remaining demolisher, who then comes out of his hidey hole and over to us. Let's see if we can also kill this one in one shot. Nope, should have guessed. We head in and pick off the remaining few. Ignore that second shite Molotov. Now it's time to find that key card. Okay, so how do we get in? I know it's in here somewhere, and my damn spidey sense isn't working. So it's now that I realise I may have missed something back in the other place. Okay, why is the bloater respawn? Oh, for fuck. We re-clear everything. I need to find Christ. Not Christ. I mean, only to find...
Great. Nothing.
Yeah. Guess we better find out how to get into the others. We made it. Now, I swear, if everything... Fuck! We climb our way onto a container, and would you look at that? The damn key card was here all along.
Yes! Fucking finally!
We take the power attack skill, just so we can try out this special ability. Cool. Now to forget it and never use any power attacks ever again. Looks like there's a lot in there, and even though the holes are smaller than that time before, we can actually shoot through these ones. So let's make use of that and clear out as many as we can. We also start clearing out some of the spitters that have fortified themselves on the rooftops. Witness a majestic bloater running by. Truly, I feel like this has got to be a full nature documentary experience. Once we've finished the remaining few off, we swipe our newly found keycard and head into the power substation.
Savvy, I'm in.
After getting jumped by something I can't really show on YouTube, think someone slipping whilst using rope to change a light bulb, we restore power. Now it's time to turn on the elevator that's meant to take us to the top of the antenna, and patiently wait, somewhat nearby, for it to come down.
Oh shit, the cable snapped.
That was a very casual acknowledgement of, oh, what the fuck, where did these guys come from? After careful consideration, the least parkour path right now is straight up the fucking middle. Well, this whole area's been pretty horrendous, and now we've got to climb our way up to the top of this, and try to minimize the amount of difficult climbs as much as possible. There's a few bits like this where one side is a bit less demanding than the other. We have to find those and head up there. If we go along this bridge part, for instance, we can get up to the part to climb instead of having to simply leap. Equally, trying to maximise the number of parts that are basically just disguised ladders also help. Okay, so this looks a little suspicious. Let's try shooting one. Nope, of course.
Yeah. Nigga wanna see me fall. Stephen Curry, how I ball. Gosha garments ain't no.
We continue our way up, thankfully via ladder here. And actually, why can't we climb this too? I mean, it has holes to hold and honestly would be far easier than the alternative. We make it to the top, and what a view.
Of course, it waits till I'm all the way up here to stop raining.
Then we pull out the antenna motherboard that we've apparently been carrying in our back pocket and fix it just like that.
But if those bombs drop, you will know Tanner and the Ministry are cold-blooded murderers!
Seems we did it just in time too, as we managed to contact the planes on their way to firebomb us, and they thankfully pull away. The GRE contact us and offer us a way out of here if we provide them with the research. This gives us an idea. We may have failed our original mission, but maybe they'll pay us still for the research instead. So we hastily agree.
Just fucking wait for my signal.
Now usually I wouldn't use the zipline, but it works here for two reasons. I mean, one, climbing back down would require a lot of parkour, and two, there's a large body of water down there that we could probably drop into. Not ideal, but you know, it's the better alternative I think, and I'd probably give it a go in real life. Seems you don't even have the time to drop though, as the zipline runs out over the water. Okay, time to get back to the city, and do these doors seem familiar to you? Maybe it's just me, but no, wait, there's definitely something about these doors. Something that makes me uneasy.
Nothing can go wrong with this plan. Anyway,
let's just move past all the infected blocking our path, because luckily it's just normal biters and not even virals. It's a pleasant change. Clearly our luck must have improved. Oh, I've had enough of you goons and your rude greetings. Okay, seems like there may be some bloaters too. I mean, still not bad. You know, at least there aren't any of the... Oh, right. Of course. Now, a wise man would simply pass by and ignore whatever the hell's going on in there. I mean, nothing good could come from trying to open that door, right? And we certainly wouldn't want to be drawing their attention. We could just leave. We could just go right now. And, oh, god damn it, okay. Okay, well, thank god there's some rubble blocking the fuck! Wrong turn, wrong turn! Okay, let's try this again. And this time I've got an idea. You remember those UV flares that we were given early in the game and literally used, well, I think one time? Yeah, why don't we use those? Okay, we just need to wait for a good opportunity. And okay, they've spotted. Okay, well, they're all aware that I'm now hiding in the rafters. Actually, maybe this is a blessing in disguise, as they're all grouping up, meaning a good flare would block them all. Hey, it's working! Hey, oh shit, there's more, of course. Well, that worked shockingly well. It's almost like when you actually use the counters to enemies, it can be helpful. We loot up, including finding the much-needed nail stash that allows us to keep up with our crossbow bolt demands.
Yes!
Then we head out the same way we entered. And indeed, over the same car obstructions as before. It seems some of the locals have heard of our great deeds, and not Rise's soldiers this time. Just a couple of survivors. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, after last episode, I can't really blame survivors for now being out to get me.
That's what...
So I don't know if this last guy was surrendering, but, you know, the Geneva Convention doesn't really apply out here. Whilst making our way over to meet up with Dr. Camden, we pass places that hold a lot of memories. Old friends who helped me are actually still here, helping. Okay, don't be an arsehole. In fact, whilst you're busy over there, I'm just gonna... Oh, crap. Okay, well... Well, that was kind of a clutch shot. Ooh, another hatchet. Anyway, Dr. Camden's clinic isn't too far to get to. Well, I mean, as in route-wise it isn't. But there are a large abundance of biters and virals around the plaza in front. Okay, clench, clench, clench! Okay, okay. Time to take out the riffraff. Seems the doctor's been spying on us through the CCTV.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
So we get to the elevator and head down. To be honest, this is a pretty straightforward mission. I mean, we work our way through the clinic towards the power, and then we got to turn everything on, and there aren't really any interesting fights or parts in this, which is a bit surprising. So instead, I just want to say that I think Dr. Camden is definitely some kind of villain. I mean, this guy spends the whole time in our ear, either motionlessly talking about Dr. Sarah's death, creepily dropping that he hasn't interacted with a live human for quite some time, or how about the fact that he used to work for the GRE, well, used to might be the wrong word anyway, alongside Rise, who was essentially his muscle. We also figure out that Amir was a GRE operative too. Seems Jade has a type. Either way, maybe it's just the pairing with this setting, but I felt uneasy the whole time we were in here. Like I was just waiting for him to lock the doors and release an army of infected upon us. Also, for a doctor who's working to cure these infected, he really doesn't seem to care much about the value of their lives. Wouldn't it be something if it turned out that the Baron in the Beast was actually him all along? Don't think that's the case though, because I'm pretty sure they've already revealed the name of the guy. Anyway, we make it to him and, unfortunately, no plot twists, we just hand him the samples that we've got, and he says that we need to get the rest of the research to him. Unfortunately, the rest is being held by Rise himself. We head back up and shit. Seems we were down there too long, and it's turned night. We don't have to get too far though, and the one benefit of the city is that there are usually quite a few obstructions to hide behind. Let's just swallow our fear and head out. Okay, it's all well and good talking about swallowing our fear when we're behind a safe wall, but as soon as we actually get out here, the hairs on the back of my neck start to stand, and I don't feel so confident anymore. Particularly when there's so many goddamn volatiles everywhere, and the infected limit where we can go. Oh god, I'm literally dancing around biters to hide from the volatile. Go, 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 fuck, 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 fuck. Okay, we can't go that way. Let's see if we can sneak by. No, 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 okay, Jesus! Jesus Christ, how has the volatile not seen us yet? Great, we gotta go. Fuck you two. Okay, run, 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 run. Yep, there they are. Wait, did they give up behind? Okay, guess so. Where's this guy? Yeah, you go that way. I'll just no, not go that way. Shit. How the fuck did that work? Okay. Okay, let's head down here. No, 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 no. We need to make it 100 meters to that tower. We're so close now. Shit, okay. Wait for him to pass. No, 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 not over here, not over here. $80 meters. Okay, we just need an easy way up. Please, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Okay, this looks doable. And this is basically a ladder, right? With a few extra steps. Now we just need a way across. Alright. Finally. From here, I think it's just time to climb. Well, that was horrifying. And, of course, just a few seconds into climbing, the sun comes up, and the volatiles go back to their holes. We get to the top and try to contact the GRE, undoubtedly to negotiate pay, but then Rise picks up instead. Seems he's had the same idea as us and wants to sell the research himself. Not if we can help it. Time to head back to our roots, the slums. But this is why we're trying to get the money in the first place. And confront Rise in his tower. But first we got to get down, and with no soft rubbish bags, looks like once again the easiest way is the zip line. And would you look at that? A convenient ladder waiting for us.
We've got company.
Wait. Shit, how do we get out of this randomly locked down section of the city by Rise's men? Seems at least 2 vaults in every direction. We need to check the other side in case there's just one. Screw it, we're running through.
Hey, look over there.
We continue on through the city, this time for the last time, and it's just the same as usual. Constant fight for every inch with a few virals on our asses at any given moment. Thankfully, we're getting quite good at identifying where they pop out of. And also, what the hell is that infected doing? We're heading that way anyway, but it seems they've gone now. Anyway, we spot some Arise men, and shockingly, this second guy has no idea where that bolt came from. We have to get up to the sewer crossing we took to first get here, and it seems getting up is somewhat harder than getting down, which is the only thing we've done so far. Thankfully, after some searching, we managed to make our way up pretty painlessly, and now it's time to take the tunnels back to the slums. Do you think Rise travels around with an armed convoy at all times? I mean, he must be taking the same routes as us. To get around the city, I mean. Including through the sewers, where the volatiles run rampant, and I just don't think he's the kind to be parkouring around to evade them. Especially not given he's now handicapped. I'm guessing he's got the, key to the city, so to speak, and so can access passages and routes that we can't. Anyway, we make it to the spot where we eyed the majestic viral migration before. Only this time we have to go through it. And given this guy's throwing a damn car at us, it's time to just run. Come on, open, we're getting spat at. Anyway, what was I saying? If we think back to when Dr. Zero was kidnapped, whilst Rise wasn't there, his men did kidnap him at night. And that means they would have had to transport him back to their tower, which was very far, mind you, during the night. We know they've got vehicles, but we've also seen how ineffective vehicles really are at escaping volatiles, thanks to the following. And that's in the countryside, let alone the streets in the slums. I mean, kudos to his men, I guess. We made it through, and now we're back in familiar territory. I've got to say, it's nice being back here, as it feels like there's a lot more breathing room for us. For avoiding the infected. And remembering the path that we took to get here, we can easily retrace our steps back down and through the tunnel. And conveniently, it brings us out right at the foot of Rise's tower, which means it's time to head in and confront him. At least after we've dealt with this persistent viral, it seems.
Oh shit, what the hell?
Okay, looks like we need to do some parkour, so let's take some time to plot out where we need to head. I think if we use that pile of corpses and then up to the... okay, shit, okay, time to execute. Wait, what's over there? Okay, now what? Are we supposed to clear all of these out or something? Because there seems to be a lot here, and I don't think this is manageable. Yeah, let's just keep training the virals until a plan becomes evident. Run. Trust in your enemy sometimes to present you with the solution. Okay, this doesn't look... Ah! Okay, let's take you out. And let's figure out our surroundings. Okay, well, give me that back first. What? Oh, Jesus! Fuck no! That took a lot of attempt. A lot. 27 to be exact, as we had to slow down at each point where parkour was forced to first figure out the best crossing. And every time we did that, the volatiles would just kill us. Felt like live, die, repeat, or whatever the name they finally went with. But we made it.
Quite an entrance.
Thanks, Rise. There's honestly nothing you could say right now that would come close to what that little trick did to me. He starts throwing stuff at us, we're real mature. So we begin the long climb up to reach him. think it's important to note that even for these little climbs, there are slightly easier paths to take. I mean, personally, I think. Like standing where we can and shimmying along to easier bits. There's also nothing easier than an elevator.
And you try and try.
Even if it is very slow. Wouldn't Rise just set something up to kill us here? I mean, we're literally in a cage. Just shoot us, or something. Instead he just plays some catchy elevator music. Being chased or not, I can never resist kicking Infected off a tall building. Sorry, buddy, think you missed your cue. Anyway, we continue up and come across Kareem, who's definitely seen better days.
I said you would come.
Thieves' Rise has shot him and left him for dead. But before he bleeds out, he warns us that we need to find our way up via the neighbouring tower, as Rise has rigged the next few floors to blow. So we make our way out onto a crane. Funny how often Crane finds himself on cranes. And immediately we find the opportunity to kick another infected out.
Some might think it unsporting of me taking aim at you like this.
We reach the end and jump back over. We then need to clear out a few biters and virals before we can head further up, but hopefully get back across at some higher point. We need to run around quickly to make sure there isn't an easier way without, having to head outside and balance beam our way across. But it's all closed off, so that's exactly what we gotta do. Shit, there are even more in here. Wait, what was that room? Maybe it's got something... no? Okay, it's a damn dead end. Why is it even here? Okay, nice and slowly. Never seen a running one of those before. Let's try to be smart about our ascent here. These diagonal girders make sense to walk up over, doing pull-ups repeatedly. What the hell was that attack?
You sound as if that hurt, Crane.
It literally didn't.
Allow me to add to your suffering.
Yeah, but I'm not liking the look of that. And it would be a really dumb idea if we just decided to stand on the edge to see if he could hit me. Yeah, real smart. Surely, after that, we wouldn't think to go higher and try to do the exact same thing just because a bit of height would help us. Yeah, that was deserved. Seems he's still at it. Guess we better crack on.
I cast the deciding force.
Did he just fire a missile? Why not just use more of those to kill us?
I cast the deciding force. Consider yourself expelled.
Well, that was close. We're almost there now, just a little higher, which means a bit more unavoidable parkour. So let's try to make it manageable probably isn't the best word, given I wouldn't even think to do this in my nightmares. Okay, this is it. Let's face it. So far, he's been using missile launchers, bombs. I mean, all he really needs is a gun to shoot us as we come over the edge, but... Well, I mean, actually, that's all we need too.
So, face to face again. I guess that means I don't need this anymore.
With or without it, Suleiman, you're dead.
Come now, Crane. Do not pretend you don't care. How many lives depend on this disc? Hundreds? Thousands? Perhaps billions.
Yes, billions of lives, paying thousands per vaccine. That's trillions we could make. If we could just catch this damn knife. Okay, so turns out quick time events are infinitely harder when you don't have a HUD.
You are right about one thing, Crane. Suleiman, he's dead. Dead. He died with his brother in this city. You don't even belong here, Crane. You don't know what suffering is, Crane. You don't know what suffering is. I will teach you, Crane. You will suffer alongside me.
I did this so many times, each with trial and error, mind you, that I feel as though at this point I've scarred my brain with the right sequence.
Yes, go on. You cannot resist. Do it, I won't fight you. Just as you killed Tahir. Do it!
Fuck you, asshole. You want me to make my own rules? Rule number 1. You're gonna spend the rest of your goddamn life in fucking agony.
Do not leave me like this, Crane. Prove you are a man.
God.
Take your vengeance.
Will you just shut the fuck up?
At least a chance that Haran might live. And I will make your death painless. Or resist, and doom the city along with you. You have until the count of 5. 1, 2...
Alright! Here! Let's ask for a decision, asshole!
We're offering you a chance here. Get the rest of the research and come with
I'm not gonna think of a lot of reasons to tell you to go fuck yourself, but why don't we just pretend for a minute that you don't think I'm stupid? You need the cure. It's here, in the city, somewhere. And as long as it is, you won't try to pull any ministry-style bullshit.
Crane, why do you even give a fuck what happens to these people? You don't belong here. This is just a job for you.
No, not anymore, it's not. I'll be in touch when I've decided what to do next.
We did it. We beat Dying Light without parkour. Aside from the necessary parts, of course. This has got to be one of my favourite games. It's amazing, and this challenge has made it feel completely new all over again. 10 years after its release as well. I'm so excited for The Beast, which I know will be out and for quite some time too once this goes out, but let me know if you'd like to see a no parkour run of that, to continue Crane's vertically challenged run. But in the meantime, and most importantly, how can we extort this cure for money?